Today is day two, as you guys know. Well, day two is the day where we effectively go and run to a set of super important things regarding practice. And if you stay until the end of the episode, I'll teach you two techniques so that you can last more time before you are tired. Okay? That's obviously in the context of self-defense. So let's get everyone on board. Let's get all your engines running, all of your day-to-day activities stopped. Or later on, we can listen to us in the comfort of your home or your car. And if you are on YouTube or in any of our other channels, guys, pretty straightforward. Just reach out and put your questions. Place your questions. The topic of today's conversation and practice, because I have the bag behind me, I'm going to try a changing camera if the software allows me to do that. And I think so. You can turn off the camera while recording, but you can switch cameras. So I think I've got the solution for that. Right? So we'll have a second camera that can help us, that will help us in our practice today, because I'll be showing things on the back that we've got behind, so that to be fair that everything becomes more realistic and able to provide you value. Providing value means I can use this stuff getting out of you. Let's see if that is possible, able, you know. I think it will work. I definitely think it can work. Here we go. Come on, let's make this a reality. Okay. Let's make this a reality. Super cool. Because it gives an idea like. Okay. This seems possible. Well, every day there's something with technology. Oh, guess what? It was almost there. Okay, it's not. Here we go. So today I want to talk to you about the following. And you can use these minutes for everything that you've got to do with your timing, your execution. So I want to talk to you about what's called the fatigue teacher. And fatigue doesn't make you worse. It just shows you what's real. It's like a great teacher. I'm tired. It shows what's really in me. I'm tired. I go to default mode. So that's good that your default mode is always better, right? Because it means that you've been training on it. And I would say most programs avoid fatigue. You'll be doing things, you know, when I'm not tired, or I'm under the perfect condition, or my legs are not, like not exercised, or we've not done a drill or a thing, but they avoid fatigue. We use fatigue as a teacher in here, and I wanna get that across. Fatigue is part of day-to-day life. So it's like whenever you get fatigued in your job, in a meeting, you have to endure. Sometimes fatigue is like, imagine like a chronic disease or a chronic thing that takes a lot of time, right? Or it's like immediate. You get your heart rate really going up and you say, I cannot move forward. Okay, so let's think about that as fatigue comes out of stress. But here's what I think is the problem with comfortable training. Like, oh, this is so cozy, this is so good. And I am not talking about Tai Chi, okay? Because Tai Chi or internal martial arts, and I put the post on there yesterday. An internal martial arts focus on you applying load to yourself, but from an internal perspective. That is, you'd make, like, imagine a big belly breath for what you have effectively to expand, you feel the glutes, and like, you start having, that's not comfortable, that's uncomfortable. But the problem, I'd say there are three things when you train for comfort. You never discover your real capabilities. You're like, I can do this, I can jump rope for 30 seconds, and that's fine. Oh, when I jump rope, I bring my knees up, and I cannot do it. So it's fine because I'll never need to jump rope, and a bad guy will not be taken out if I know how to jump rope. Well, I'm going to disagree with that. Jumping rope is just a pretext to get you started, get you moving. Of course, when you later on, when you start training with your partner, you start to apply knees, knee strikes, and that could be similar to a jump rope, but it's the fact that you go into a new task, you understand that you are not able to do it, and you overcome it. Okay, that's super important in terms of the way you want to allocate your time and the way that you want to do things. And then the second thing in here, my view, is that we can fuse safety with comfort. It's true, man, that the human mind, the human will is that we want some level of comfort. We crave for it. But being always in the comfort zone, I can talk to you about myself, right? If I only spar with people that don't want to kick me in the head, I will not train that. And when I go back to train, for example, in Portugal or with other folks that don't know me or I don't know them, these guys know how to kick well, how to grab well, and I've not trained that, guess what's going to happen? I felt very comfortable, and then goodbye. So that's the problem, confusing safety with comfort. And the next is something that I've seen by students many times. You think that you're prepared, and definitely you are not. And I see this a lot of time with one thing that I constantly see in the comments. Kick him in the groin. Guys, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying that a male, think about a woman kicking a man in the groin, or a man kicking another man in the groin. Look, you need, I would say, luck to make it work. And you might say, I've done it many times, it worked. And that's your luck. You've been training your luck to be able to place a knee on someone's groin. If you've not trained yourself to do that, your emotional drive probably is different. And you're going to respond to that. Most likely, and I'll show that over here, when you are under stress, right? When you are unable to potentially meet and do the task. Have you tried to run fast, or you tried to do something like you under tremendous stress? You like you get tired and you are unable. So fatigue is that teacher, that I'm going to say that uncomfortable teacher that does give you these three things. And I see this constantly. Students who look great when they are stressed, but then things start falling apart when you start being really heavy. That's a good proof, like, man, I'm not ready. Okay. So I want to think about that. The problem is that it's not that the student is not weak. The problem is that most likely we haven't learned to function under a certain level of being tired. Okay. So let me explain this down, break down what happens to the body when you are under fatigue, and this is based on exercise physiology research. I'm going to pick two things. One thing is the cognitive load theory. Essentially shows that when your body is working hard, your brain has less capacity for complex decisions. This is why complicated techniques fail first. Guess why I don't like things that have turns and reviews and all of that. When someone throws a punch and the hand is over there and you go around, and I think that's absolute nonsense. Okay, a punch probably triggers you this action that is the hands go up, or you want to deflate from here, and you have to follow from there. If you don't do that, guys, if you're banking on his hand staying there, wrapping around the wrist, something bad will happen when someone effectively throws a punch at you, and you recoils the head, or just waves the punch and waves one after the other. If you're looking for something complex, when you're tired, those things will fail. Don't believe me? Let's give it a try. So that's from the cognitive load theory. Got it? So your body is working hard. You ask the body to do something else, in this case the brain, and there's too much. The second way to pick up this is regarding the motor learning research from Dr. Richard Smith that shows that skills learned only on comfortable conditions do not transfer to stressful ones. In soccer, it's called train, play like you train, right? So what I mean is, whenever you go to train, when you come in here to train, you should train in very similar conditions to what are the things that you want to do. And let me even give you another example, okay? And I'll be more precise even more precise on this. I'll give you one example coming from what I've learned from now training with astronauts from NASA, and I'll give you another example from here from this too. Okay. So here's what I've learned from NASA astronaut training. They never practice emergency procedures when they are fully comfortable. Of course they read that. You understand that they read the procedure, they know the manual, they walk around, they put the VR helmet and do things. But the point is, they do it under pressure, when the systems are failing, and when there is tiredness on top of that, either from a cognitive load, some people turn on the Gs, or when they are effectively with less sleep. So, and when systems are failing down, theoretically, no CO2, things or too much CO2, to be fair. When things fail, we need to have our skills working. Why? Because that's when we need them. So we need to work for the failure conditions. And in my classes, I watch what happens when we add some control fatigue. Complex techniques start to disappear. What do I mean by that? Let's see. I'll go back in here. And I'll show you a complex technique. And I'm going to start with the simplest one, okay? Have you tried punching? Okay, there we go. Punching, right? There's the bag. I'm going to punch. So when you punch, you need to align. Theoretically, need to align knuckles. Not theoretically. Put your hand in here. Need to align the knuckles with the elbow with the shoulder. Okay, so that this goes like a 2x4 in someone's head. See how many joints you need to align? This one. That's why for self-defense, strike with your palm. Why? It's even easier. Because day to day you push a door. And you don't think too much about that. You don't push a door on the top like that. You don't push a door from the side. Most likely, you push the door in front, like push the door or pull the door. That movement is way less complex. It's way more simple to do. And that's why I'm asking you. If you have to strike someone, good possibility, right? Power slap. It has less joints than a knuckle, than making a hook. I see this all the time in boxing. Yes, guys, they have boxing gloves that allow, they have boxing gloves, they wrap their hands, they wrap their wrists, and they're professionals. That's their life. For you, And for me,
that
that I'm also a professional,
okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask
ask
you to slap someone with your palm.
make
Make it really in a straight line. A line, forget the knuckles, they don't need to move around, right? Put your palm aligned with his nose and just go up. Just go up. Simple, right? Less complexity. Imagine you are tired. Imagine you've done a run. Someone is pushing you around and like, I cannot take this anymore. This simple thing can effectively save your life. Okay.
That's why
I see things like complex techniques disappear. And simple, direct movements do work every day, every time. And what essentially I've seen is that the moment someone gets tired and overcomes that, is able to overcome that tiredness, we're going to a kind of a second spell. I know students that constantly discover two levels. One, they are stronger than what they thought. Because well, that's why you get the coach, right? That can bring and pull things out of you. That you can make more with what you have. And everyone has more to give. You do need to believe in yourself and be properly coached. And I would say as you move through this process, you start learning how to breathe. Okay? And learning how to breathe means that you start controlling breath from your diaphragmal level below. And that's why you'll see that there are so many great fighters that they do rounds and rounds, and what the heck? They do control their breath really well. So the exercise is whenever you do this, whenever you get tired, start controlling the cycle of your breath. There are many interesting characteristics from the physiological perspective, but the moment you are able to bring your breath below your diaphragm up to your hips, and in that bubble over there, lung capacity increases, posture rises, you are able to bring more oxygen to yourself because the capacity is long. So the point of being tired is not about being tough, it's about being realistic to yourself. If I'm tired, that's similar to something that can happen to me, and I'm able to test myself. Does this make any sense? I hope so. But if it's not, please let me know. So here's an insight that really changed a lot of things for me. Adaptation happens at the edge of comfort, okay? So not in the middle. It is like I'm comfortable here, I can do this, I cannot do this, it's over there. It's when you start to adapt, okay? But there's a difference between reckless challenge, you completely get destroyed and you cannot come to practice the next day, and intelligent change. And what do I mean by this? Think about that you have to train every day, or even better. We recommend in here 2 days a week, to be fair, 2 to 3 days a week of training, and I want you to train at 80% capacity. Independent if me and the other instructors are asking you go, we try to maintain this at the safety level that you can come back 3 days a week, and sometimes 4. Some of our students do 5. But if you have kids, sometimes it's hard, right? Kids and family responsibilities and work, and that's just hard. 2 times a week, I think it's the beginning. 3 times a week, way better. 5 times a week, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. On all of your sessions, because you're building in that. Work, guys, train for the 80% rule, but train a lot. Increase that volume. Instead of going 100%, 110, and then guess what? You need to stop. And then you stop, there's no more behavior in there. So in here we use progressive overload. Yes, self-defense needs to be addressed. Krav Maga, exactly like any discipline. Progressive overload. Oh, you might say, well, we'll talk about this question like this coming up. We use controlled environments. You see in here a couple of
obstacles,
and
we
you do have a column there where people have to go around. Partner safety.
We do
We do
not
not throw shots at the head. Okay?
The
The beginning of your practice. Deliberate. Can have touches, but no shots at the head. Okay? I'm very clear on that. I don't care. I really don't care if that is not real. Your safety comes first.
And
And
over
over
time,
time,
when
when
you
you learn
how to
how to defend yourself and learn how to bring your hands up, wave to get out of the line even when you're tired, yes, there will be a safety precaution and ways that you can start working on defend to the head with more strenuous attack. But right now, adults,
we
we don't throw shots to the head. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I can live with them. Because my student safety always comes first. And another thing that we do is we do clear progressions. We evolved a lot from single techniques to single techniques with single techniques that someone throws a jab or a cross or makes a grab into, okay, here's a grab, here's a variation of the grab. Here is someone grabbing and what to do. So there's a very distinct line into what you do so that later on you build up your own tools with us. I find that this profoundly good for everyone, and that does help you learn how to defend yourself. So the goal isn't to exhaust you, is to teach you what you can do and how can you function when you are not perfect. You are not like I mean my best today. Okay.
So if
So
you
if you want to discover what
you are
you are actually capable of
under
under
pressure,
pressure,
DM
start right now.
I'll
I'll show you how to use
the control challenge
so that you can build real capability.
And
And capability is something that you can measure. You can look at yourself like, I'm able to do this.
And before
And before you leave,
let me
give
give
you
a
a
student
student
story.
story.
And you
And you can
vouch
vouch for
okay?
this. Okay?
You can
I can vouch because
I've
I've been training with this for
I would
I would say a good enough time. The
I
I am not a doctor. Being clear, I am not a doctor.
Okay.
Okay.
But
But the story that I'm about to tell you, it's true and it becomes part of a training process. In our 65, more than 65-year-old class and sessions, I follow progressive overload method. What the heck does that mean? So Matt joined us roughly a year ago. He's 62, yes. His shoulders are wrecked or were wrecked, okay? Surgery at the hip. Some overweight, 16 pounds. When he came in, he couldn't do a run. He couldn't do a 2 minutes run. Okay, well, I would throw shots at his head, crosses, hooks, and at the end of like 45 seconds, we're like, I'm tired. I'm really tired, I need to stop. Wow, right? Besides the question that is that relevant for self-defense that I can address here as well, the ability for you to maintain a zone 2 event is when you can run or move is crucial for your health, and then for self-defense it's zone 2 plus zone 5, that is you go really fast. My key for this is, you started with us some time ago, roughly a year ago, started doing rounds, 2 minutes didn't work. We moved from rounds of 2 minutes, one round, okay, 1 to 3 rounds of 3 minutes. 3 rounds of 3 minutes, so 2 minutes to 3. Where he starts developing, okay, how to wave around, how to block and hit, how to block. Again, step by step, okay? So we did 2 minutes rounds, moved to 3 minutes rounds, we increased the volume of that, okay? Why? Because we started to get tired. And then we jumped to 5 minutes rounds. That was a big change, okay? From 3 minutes to 5. And guess what? Now we're able to maintain 7 minutes of activity at least 3 rounds with a much higher intensity. So it's available to you the moment you get the right help. Over time, he understood that when he was tired, he was unable to strike. Strike is fundamental in Krav Maga. You strike. Probably, as we worked more on, and the moment we integrated wrestling as well, that is grabbing, it became even fundamentally more important because the fact that you hold another body or hold someone that pushes you and pulls you makes you use more energy. Therefore, many times you get more time. But Matt moves through all of this process. Right now, in today's about to visit this cardiologist, and he asked me, "What's your opinion?" I can tell you guys, I cannot give an opinion as a doctor, but I can tell you as a Krav Maga instructor, he's done a tremendous job on his health. And a tremendous job on the ability that he has now. If he has to pick up someone that is a kid, or if he has to pick up his wife and run to the stairs and be able to defend her and still keep producing force, his condition is no longer a liability as it was before. Number one thing, guys, train every day. See you tomorrow for another Train Every Day episode where we connect the science of training with self-defense becomes real so that you can use it in your day-to-day life.